Mercy Brown was ill. She was sweating hard and her breathing laboured. Her ravaged body defied every treatment the doctor could think of. Her family knew that death was close. This was a common scene in 1800s America. Tuberculosis, or consumption as it was known at that time, was lethal. Many people died, were buried and mourned. But Mercy was different. Within a couple of weeks, her brother Edwin started to experience the same symptoms. Her family were horrified. The loss of one child was tragic, but two was unthinkable. However, at the same time, the whispers amongst the townsfolk started to grow louder. Some said that Mercy hadn't actually died. Instead, she was feeding on her brother. On a cold March morning in 1892, a small group of people from Exeter, a small town in New England, America, gathered in the graveyard where Mercy had been buried. Two men pulled out shovels and started digging at the hard, frosty soil. Finally, they struck the lid of her coffin. When the lid was prized back, the crowd gasped. Although she'd been buried 2 months before, Mercy's skin was still red and flush, and her fingernails were disturbingly sharp. From somewhere amongst the crowd, a man shouted, "She's been feeding!" Then, a little further back, an older woman crossed herself and whispered, "Vampire." A man rushed forward from the crowd, pulled out a large knife and plunged it into Mercy's chest, then cut out her heart. Her heart was then burned to ashes and mixed with water. This tonic was then given to Edwin in the hope that it would cure him of the curse Mercy had placed upon him. Afterwards, the townsfolk celebrated. The vampire was vanquished. But what of Edwin? He died 2 weeks later.